Hello everybody, today we're going to take a look at a new bed, just finished. Going to get through these avocados. Look at that little guy hanging right there. Walk across the yard. This is my one of the pecan trees we got flowered, waiting for some pecans to come out. That's the bed right there, just finished it, and this will be where the third bed goes, right here, about half the size as the other ones.
It's taken a couple of days sheet mulching, heavy mulch, newspapers, mulch, newspaper, mulch, newspaper, mulch, over and over again until I get the run 60 to 70 feet completed. Put about 4 inches of mulch on here, try to suppress the weeds, and the newspaper is like the initial layer, which will kind of just suffocate everything while everything else gets set up. And once everything's dead, we can interplant it. Sweet potatoes, pumpkins, something to cover the ground, and then have like a shrub layer, and nitrogen fixers would help a lot. But we've got some really interesting plants in here, probably plants you've never seen or heard of. So let's take a look.
Green line of seedlings are pigeon peas. There'll be a nice little windbreak blocking the winds coming from the north, which is right behind the camera, just to block some wind for these mango that's right here. This is a coconut cream mango, excellent cultivar, very tasty. Followed by Confederate Rose. It's really a flower. My daughters wanted some flowers. This is a bay leaf, same one you use in cooking, so you can dry it for some foods or throw it in there fresh for seafoods. Over here is a rose apple. Grew this one for seed. It's taken a little while. Tastes fantastic. It's a little hollow rattle. Has the little 2 seeds rattling around there in the hollow space. Very thin flesh. It tastes what I would imagine. Well, it tastes like what a rose smells like. Not very sweet. Right next to it was a Moringa. Now this little guy is a Malay Apple. Coming up right after it is a Moringa that I killed with the water hose. Well, it's not killed, I just decapitated it. It'll grow back, those things are pretty strong. Next is a Macadamia Nut. I grew this macadamia and the one on the other side of this little oak tree. Planted them at the same time. Hopefully in a couple of years we'll have some macadamia trees producing some nuts. It'd be great, and I'll get rid of this oak tree once I need the space. This is a fruit punch mango. Another interesting cultivar, very highly prized. And that's the bed, like I said, about 60 to 70 feet. Lay those boards out to make a nice straight line. Newspaper, bricks to hold the newspaper down. Mulch it over, just repeat over and over again. Now that bit over there, we'll go over that one right now. That one, I did not use newspaper, so we got a little issues with that, but still fantastic bed. Got a lot of cool stuff over there. We'll take a look at it right now.
This is what kind of happens when you don't sheet mulch. You get to fight grass that'll eventually come through the mulch. I put 4 to 6 inches of mulch here about, I don't know, a little over a year ago. And just a little bit of time, it'll come through. Got a Burgundy Plum, 200 chill hours, especially down here in South Texas. It's mandatory. We don't get a lot of chill hours. Burgundy Plum. Took a lot of cuttings off of that, grafted it onto a whole bunch of peach trees. I'll show you some of those peach trees. Muscadine. I don't know if you can actually see it. It's coming, slowly creeping up this pole. We'll run it on this trellis, 1 vine each way, out to about 18 feet total, and should produce. We have what's called Pearson's disease down in Texas. Kills grapes, so you might get away growing most grapes, but eventually it'll get you. There's a couple of varieties that are pretty resilient to it, but the muscadines are supposed to be unfazed because they're native. Seminole Pumpkin right here. Got a couple of those planted throughout. It'll be a ground cover. It should smother out a lot of this grass after I flame weedy, which is fun. Got a persimmon over here. Little Moringa that got killed down by winter, which we normally don't get a very hard winter, but it took them out and it's coming back from the root. That mulch kept the bottom base alive, that way it could do that. Another muscadine, Crookneck squash over here. I like to squash them in the pan every once in a while to pick up. This is a hood pear from the hood, from game science. But 200 chill hours, which is something that we need down here in deep South Texas. We get about 200 chill hours, sometimes a little bit more, but these will flower and produce with those requirements. Another pumpkin. This is a Surinam Cherry. So a lot of people that don't like the flavor, it's kind of got a little turpentine. Cut them in half, throw them in the refrigerator, a little off gas. Tastes a lot better. Honestly, out the tree, they don't even taste that bad to me. But you know, I'll eat anything. Another pumpkin. We got some sweet potatoes coming up. Sweet potatoes will take over this whole little area, smother the grass out. I got them popping up all over the place. This is a Gulf Beauty Plum. And of course, I took cuttings off of that too and grafted it onto some of my peach trees out here so I can spread the genetics. So this is one of the Burgundy plum grafts. You can check out the union right there is a cleft graft. Taken off. I believe there's a little fruit there. I don't think this camera's gonna be able to pick up. This is on basically a peach tree that I believe the squirrels planted quite some time ago. The peaches are okay. I wouldn't kick them out of the kitchen. My kids love them, but we'll just graft on some more desirable fruit to it. There's a couple more grafts throughout here. Here's another one. As you can see the union right there. And I got the leaves popping up. And I think the other tree is where I have the Gulf Beauty plums grafted onto the peach tree. We'll go take a look at that right now. Another peach tree that I put some grafts on. It's another decent peach. Not fantastic, but like I said, I'll eat pretty much everything. This is one of the plums. This would be the Burgundy, no, this is the Gulf Beauty plum that I actually just grafted this winter. Doing really good, healthy. Looks like it's healed up and it's ready to go. Move this other peach out of the way. This one's another one of the Gulf Beauties. Nice, healthy leaf out. You can see the union right there. Still got the paraffin wax holding on. I'll leave that there. It'll fall off eventually. But you can tell there's a different color. It's a little darker green. Leaves a little different shape than the peach trees, which have a little bit more of a yellow hue. There's a couple more grafts. This one's, you can see the union. Right under that green tape. I don't think it's going to show up on this camera. This one is the Burgundy. Here's another Burgundy. Maybe that one, that graft will show up on camera. There's another Burgundy. That one's just shooting out leaves. We had a odd winter. It wasn't exactly super cold, but it was a lot longer than usual and drier.